Hi James, so this is the instructions video on how to upload images to the website. There's a couple of things to mention before we get started. The first one is that you may want to watch this video more than once because there's a few things that we're going to go over and some of them are quite important. So if you watch it once and you're not quite sure, just go back and watch the different stages again and it should make quite a lot of sense. The second thing to mention is really when you're working with images on any website, you really need something like Photoshop. The reason for that is you can resize images and you can put the correct compression on them so that the images are nice and small. If you start uploading lots of photographs and they're all a megabyte each, that really slows the website down. It slows the page loading times down, increases your bounce rate, and basically none of that is very good at all. So I've got a lot of customers who are just uploading things straight off their cameras. I don't really advise that. You can do it, but it is better if you can to look at Photoshop. It starts at £9.98 a month, and at the moment you can still get a free trial for about 30 days. So it'd be my recommendation, if you're going to start uploading images or changing them, download the free trial of Photoshop and then follow the stages that I'm about to go through. And long term, if you want to do a lot with images, then sort of investing in Photoshop is definitely the way to do it. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at images. The other thing to mention is, at the moment, I wouldn't change too many images on the home page yourself. The only reason is the home page is the most crucial page in terms of its loading time. So I put quite a lot of extra compression and I resize every image on your home page so that they're exactly the right widths and heights to make them load as fast as they possibly can. So for now, if I were you, I'd concentrate on all your other pages and uploading and changing images with those pages. But if you need some help with the home page for now, let me look after the home page images just because of that load speed being so crucial. So we're going to just take a quick look at, for example, your gallery page, how we would go about uploading an image. So I've just got an image that you emailed me over the right hand side here. If we have a look at some information on that image, we can see currently that image is 4.7 megabytes. Bearing in mind every page on your website really needs to be under a megabyte, closer to sort of half a meg if you can. So if we just uploaded that right now, there's two problems with that. One, the image will be huge, way bigger than we need it to be. And two, the file size is quite big. So we'll follow a few steps which will basically help us to get this image to the right size and compress it, ready for upload to the gallery. We'll look at some other pages later, but for now we'll just look at if we're going to add this image to the gallery and how we'd go about doing that. So if you drop that image on Photoshop, what you'll see is straight off the digital camera, at the moment it's 41 centimeters in width and it's 300 dpi. Both of that is great for printing because it's nice and large and it's high quality, but obviously for the internet we don't work like that at all. It's about smaller images, lower resolutions. So I'm going to now just show you how to find out the right correct size. So currently in the gallery, if we go and visit your main website, every image is the correct size. If you see, they all line up correctly at the top and at the bottom. There's no odd sized images that are causing any problems. They're all the same shape. And when you click on them, you get the nice big preview. And again, all those preview files, they're the same shape. So if you were going to upload a new image to the gallery, if we uploaded a random size image, it might be higher. So that would then cause all the gallery to go out of line. So it's important that all the images are the same size and shape. So if you just take an image that's from here, and drop that into Photoshop, so drag the large version, I'll just show you that again, don't grab the smaller version, click it, grab the large version, drop that into Photoshop, and what you'll see is I've set that to be 35 centimeters wide and it ends up at 23.18 high and it's at 72 dpi. So all we're going to do is, if we're going to add a new image, we take the new image. This is the easiest way to do it. You can obviously do it a lot more manually than this, but this is the easiest way to do it. Grab the image that you want to use, copy it, go to the image which we've already got, which we know is the correct size, paste, and then basically now you can just move that image across, shrink it down until it fits. You could obviously cut out a stage of this and get it roughly the right shape, but I'm just showing you the simplest way of making sure everything's correct. So bring it down in size so that it fits. So it fits width wise, it's pretty good height wise. That's now the correct size. So the next stage would be to flatten that image, because at the moment we've got a layer, so flatten it. Save that image on the desktop. And again, labeling your image with some keywords is a really good thing to do. There's some extra keywords for Google to find. So rather than uploading it with a random name or a random number, we'll call it Luxmore, we'll call it bespoke, we'll call it kitchen. You will need some sort of unique image, because if we call all of our images that, then it will actually start to override them. So put a random code at the end. The way I normally do this would be to put the month and the year. Put that at the end, and if you also want to, you could put a number as well, because basically what is that gives that image a unique file name. So if there's no other image on there that's going to be called that, so we're not overwriting anything that's already been uploaded. So then you just save that image. That would then tell you, you're probably looking at about a megabyte image. We can find out now by exporting it. So we wouldn't upload this image. This is where we'll do some compression. So in export, export as, that will take you to a screen where we're going to put a bit of compression on to make the image a little bit smaller. Often it takes a couple of minutes for this to work. So here we go. So what it does is it previews the current image, and it tells you at the moment that image would be 399.7 kilobytes. So obviously in a gallery with lots of images, if they're all about that, it's going to be quite slow loading. So over the right hand side, check the format is JPEG, and just reduce the quality down to 60%. That doesn't actually alter the image, it's still a decent high quality image for the internet. You can go lower than that, but I would say you want people to be impressed by the kitchens, so you don't want to upload a too low res image. You can see that's knocked a lot off the file size. It's down now to 109 kilobytes. Then you export, and then save that, replace the file that wasn't compressed, and that's it. And then you can exit out of Photoshop. Go back to Bramble, go back to the gallery page. And again, because the gallery took a lot of work to get everything to fit, my recommendation would be to add images to the end of the gallery for now, or certainly to the end of the landscape ones. Basically, if you upload lots of images in the middle of the current gallery, we might find some sizing issues, because you've got the problem of the captions being different lengths. So in an ideal world, as mentioned before, you'd either want short captions or long captions, so it's all consistent. Then you can go in and put images wherever you like. But for now, I'll just show you. You'd go to the last image in your gallery, so that's this one. You click duplicate, and that will do a copy of it to the right hand side. Then you click on the image, you click that you're going to change the image. You drag the new image across, so that's our compressed image with our unique file name, not the original. We're looking at the compressed one we've just done. Drop that on. Takes a couple of seconds. It does a little bit of its own compression here as well. You'll see there it says it's optimizing that for the web, so it just adds another further level of compression. You would then give it the caption, whatever the caption was. This bit's then important. To turn it into a thumbnail, you need to click on the image itself, and you can see it's remembered the old thumbnail. So what you do is turn that off, click on another image, click on the image again, and turn it back on. And then we've got the correct thumbnail. So basically when the website's live and they click this image, the nice enlarged version is the actual correct image. So again, this looks a bit strange because we've now got a landscape image at the end of a load of portrait ones, but it's just to sort of show you an example of how to basically upload it. Ideally you'd want to put a portrait image here to finish that row off, and then start another row of landscapes below. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. The other thing to remember is every image that you click on, as we've mentioned before, is got an alt text, so some good keywords, and that's really important. So basically it's an opportunity. So basically it's an opportunity to add some extra keywords to each image. So if this was a kitchen, for example, in Norfolk, you could give it the alt tag kitchen Norfolk. It just puts a couple of keywords onto the image. Obviously you could put something more relevant in there, but if you click every image on the website I've uploaded, you'll see the alt text for them. You don't have to describe each image of what it is, but it can help if you are using certain terms like London terms, types of furniture, the word bespoke. They're all good keywords, so you might click some images and think that's a random alt tag, but actually someone out there somewhere is probably putting in the word Clapham and bespoke and furniture, so they're good solid keywords to have that are relevant to the image. So yeah, that's basically how it would be done. Obviously once you were happy and you've done your caption, you do your upload, you'd hit publish, and then when you go back to the live website you'll have to refresh the page a couple of times. That will then update, and then your new image will be there. So yeah, hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Like I say, watch that back if you need some further advice. The process is then the same if you want to replace images on other pages. I'm not going to save this change, so obviously I'll exit. But if you wanted to upload a new page, let's say for the, what have we got? So let's say you wanted to replace the testimonials picture. Exactly the same process would follow. You'd click the image, you'd drag it onto the desktop, you'd bring that into Photoshop, you'd paste your new image over the top, give it a name, do all the export options as I've just shown you, and then upload and replace that image. Then you've got the correct size, the correct compression. So yeah, hopefully that covers images. If you need some further guidance on that, let me know. The golden rule really is don't go uploading massive files. You'll really slow the website down. And obviously if the images, when you upload them, they don't line up or it looks like it's the wrong shape or wrong size, don't publish it, because obviously there's a process that's been missed. So everything should line up correctly. All your files you're uploading should be nice and small because they've been compressed. And hopefully that helps. And like I said, if you get stuck and you need some further guidance, just give me a shout. Thanks for watching.